G'day, my name's Blake Bailey, Land Services Officer for Upper Hunter Strategic Weeds, and I'm currently stood in a rather dense infestation of one of our weeds of national significance, African boxthorn. Once seen as a beautiful ornamental hedge plant, African boxthorn was brought to Australia from South Africa in the mid-1800s, where it quickly escaped from homesteads and urban areas, making itself a common woody weed across the Hunter. African boxthorn seed is mostly spread by animals. Birds and foxes eat the fruit and spread the seeds, with the plants often found under trees, poles and power lines. Seeds can also be spread in contaminated mud and produce. I'm sure that many of you are familiar with boxthorn, but if this is your first time seeing it, how can we ID it? A single tree is capable of growing up to 5 metres tall and 3 metres wide. The leaves are oval with a rounded tip, and they do tend to be quite smooth and fleshy. They grow to be between about 10 to 40 millimetres long. They're bright green and they grow in clusters along the branchlets. Mature African boxthorn also have thorns up to 15 centimetres long, and these are a serious impediment to stock and native animal movement, affecting how they use water and having a negative impact on grazing outputs. The flowers are white to purple with 5 petals. They're around about a centimetre in diameter and tubular at the base with purple or pale blue markings. They're quite fragrant too. Now the fruit are round berries and they're green when they're young like in this plant, but they will ripen to an orange red, which foxes and birds love to eat and distribute. Each of these fruit are around about 5 to 10 millimetres in diameter and contain about 20 to 70 seeds each. African boxthorn also possess an extensive taproot, so if you decide physical removal is appropriate in your use case, you need to take care because if it is broken, it will sucker and it will produce new growth. African boxthorn berries, leaves and stems are toxic to humans and can cause nausea, vomiting, breathing difficulties and even unconsciousness. African boxthorn can be particularly tricky to control. The plant needs to be actively growing to take up any herbicide. Spring or autumn are appropriate control periods, however during winter and dry periods of summer when the plant is stressed, the plant is not actively growing and will not be effectively controlled. Mechanical control does have its place in management. However, attention should be given to ensure large root fragments are removed so that the extensive branch taproot does not reshoot. If you would like to learn more about how to effectively control African boxthorn, the local Land Services is collaborating with the CSIRO, Mac Energy and Benguela Mining Company, alongside Rapid Spray, the Upper Hunter Weed Authority and the Hunter Region Landcare Network to bring to you a free Woody Weeds Management Day in October at Muswellbrook. Learn about what works, what doesn't, and see first-hand demonstrations on how woody weeds like African boxthorn can be controlled. For more information in the meantime on control, identification and registered herbicides, check out New South Wales Weedwise, reach out to your local Biosecurity Council Weeds Officer, or reach out to us at your nearest local Land Services.